Lara worked as a police clerical assistant in the detective division with the Portland Police Bureau. Prior to that, she worked as a court clerk for the state of Oregon, a park ranger at Oxbow Park, and a customer assistant at home base. We have some people now joining us from Hawaii. Welcome. George Robert Holloway, Jr. I was going to make that joke later on and use it right now, but they sold you a bill of goods. Everybody thinks these are cans we're wearing. It's just rust. George was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and has lived in Hawaii since 1978. George attended high school in Honolulu and graduated from West Oahu College with a Bachelor of Science in Justice Administration. Since 1989, George has been employed with the Honolulu Police Department and has served in patrol and jail assignments. He has also been active in the U.S. Army Reserves. George and his wife, Kathy, are looking forward to settling in the Portland area with their 2 sons. Thomas Andrew Kaplan.
Solemnly swear. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the State of Oregon.
The Constitution of the State of Oregon.
The Charter of the City of Portland and its ordinances.
The Charter of the City of Portland and its ordinances.
And that I will, to the best of my ability.
That I will, to the best of my ability.
Faithfully perform the duties of the office of.
Faithfully perform the duties of the office of.
Police Officer, City of Portland.
Police Officer, City of Portland.
During my continuance therein.
During my continuance therein.
So help me God.
So help me God.
The following individual has been promoted to the rank of Bureau Administrative Manager, Rita J. Drake. Rita Drake was hired on July 29, 1993 as Administrative Supervisor 1. She was promoted to Administrative Supervisor 2 on June 30, 1994. She has worked in the Fiscal Services Division, North Detective Division, BOEC, and he was also the PPA President, and most recently he's worked the Internal Affairs Division. Lieutenant Barker will be assigned to Southeast Precinct. Michelle Lish. The following lieutenants are being promoted to the rank of captain. James C. Ferreras. Jim Ferreras was appointed to the Portland Police Bureau on December 29, 1983. He was promoted to sergeant on September 24, 1992, and to lieutenant on May 30, 1996. He's worked East, Drugs and Vice Division, North, Central, Detective Division, Northeast, Tri-Med Division, and most recently the Property Evidence Control Unit.
Those of you who live here, you know how much this community appreciates the work of the Portland Police Bureau. For their friends and family, we do an annual survey. We actually ask our citizens, how are we doing? And they have kept rating the Police Bureau higher and higher in terms of the services delivered every single year. Now, that's the good news. The bad news, as the chief and I talk about, is you never quite get to the 90% of the fire bureau. But maybe if we allow them to arrest people or give them guns, we might be able to equal the playing field. Not only are the men and women of the Police Bureau one of the best organizations in this country, we are viewed nationally as one of the best community policing cities in this country. We will be inundated by people coming from all over the world, asking them how do you do it, and to teach them the best community policing techniques. We are also a very advanced city and an advanced police bureau. We, with the chief, went out and asked the financial institutions to help find homes for you at a great financial deal in targeted areas of the city, and they agreed. Not many cities have done that. And yesterday, with the leadership of the chief and his team, we decided that we're going to open up a child care center right here in the Central Precinct. So for those of you who have families and you're called at emergency times or don't have anybody to sit for your children, you'll have an opportunity to bring them here in a safe place with caring adults. So welcome from those of you from Hawaii. It's wonderful to have you here. From those of you from Beaverton and the other parts of this community, welcome. This is a wonderful organization. To the parents and to the friends, we have a commitment too to making sure that our men and women are safe. We will do whatever we can to make sure that we keep them safe, and whatever technology we need, we have made that investment. It is the hardest job in our society, is to keep the streets and the community safe from folks who don't respect law and order. I just want to remind our new recruits also that you have a family that loves you, you have friends, children, wives, husbands. Spend some quality time with them. Continue to spend quality time with them, because the strain and stress of the job sometimes can be overwhelming. To those of you who I've known and worked with, congratulations. It's nice to have both Jim and Rosie back from TriMet and back working for us. The other thing I wanted to say, and this is particularly to former Commander Parisi, Commander Foxworth, Commander Richter, Commander Grubbs, our crime rate has dropped 13%. We're, I think, lowest now since the late 60s. Our homicide rate is down 41%. Those are unheard of figures. Couldn't have happened without these gentlemen. And I'm glad to have you back here now to help all of us figure out the big picture. And Greg, we're sending you out into a community that you know that cares about community policing. Much, much luck. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. And we'll be back in a couple of months, hopefully, couple of weeks, to swear in the rest of our person power for the Police Bureau. Thank you.
And I would now like to introduce our Chief Charles Morse.
Good morning. It certainly is fun to actually have a celebration in the Police Bureau. Doesn't this feel good? You know, we get a lot of negatives, but I guess these kind of mornings and these kind of events make all of those things worthwhile. At least for me, it is very, very rewarding. I am so excited. We've got so much to do, but when you hear the kind of talent that we have to do the job, you know, there's a lot of pressure. Everyone wants to know about Operation 80. They want to know how many are coming next, and how many have you got, and are you going to make it, and have you finished? Well, we're going to make it. We're going to get ourselves up to speed. We're going to be up to staffing. But I want everyone to also slow down and recognize the quality of the men and women that we hire. We're not cutting any corners. We're not hiring any slouches. We have some incredible people joining our organization, and that is always going to be the standard, and that continues to be the standard. We've asked some people to work extremely hard to help us find these people, and we've given them some incredible timelines. But I think when you review the resumes and meet the kind of talent that we brought into the organization today, there's no doubt we're doing it correctly. I just want to say very publicly to Captain Dennis Merrill, the members of the Personnel Division, the people that have made this recruiting magic happen, thank you. Keep up the work. We're not done, but this is very, very impressive what you've done so far. And people that aren't in that division that deserve a special thank you, Officer James Powell, Officer Sergeant Rick Oster. If you guys could raise your hands so people can at least see you. These gentlemen have been very instrumental in adjusting their schedules, doing what was necessary. They both also used to work with the Honolulu Police Department. And when we made this effort to up our recruiting, they personally said, I would go back and use my we joke about that, but to ask the person to go home and actually tell the story about who they are and what they're doing, it's that kind of credibility, I think, that ultimately helps people decide to come here. We may think it's about money, we may think it's about other issues, but when we can send these kind of people back and have them tell the story about the Portland Police Bureau and the city of Portland, then I think that's the stuff, that's the real story, because they went back and told the truth. They didn't go back and hang their head. They're not ashamed of anything they've done, and they're not ashamed of this organization. But again, we still got work to do, and we're going to do that. But all the people from personnel, I just really want to thank you. You've really been doing an incredible job under a great deal of pressure. Rita, if you could come back over for just a second. We don't make Rita take an oath because we trust Rita. She handles all of our But, one of the things, when we talk about community policing, it's about the community, and it's also about internally treating people with respect. Rita is a key manager in the Portland Police Bureau, and, one of the things that we've tried to do over the last several years is respect that. And so Rita also is given a Portland Police Bureau badge with the title manager. And some people in the organization have trouble with that. But I want to tell you that Rita is a key member of my management team. I respect her and I need her. And as far as I'm concerned, she more than deserves to be able to carry this badge with the title of manager. And she is a leader in our organization. Just very quickly, I too want to congratulate all of the new promotees that certainly Lieutenant Barker, Lieutenant Lish, we've got a lot of work. We've got some shortages because we've got lieutenants assigned in different places to make Operation 80 work. So you're going to have to hit the ground running, but all indicators are you can do the job. Your precinct commanders are looking forward to seeing you. I'm sure they probably got you penciling on the timesheet for this afternoon. Just want to remind you, lieutenants do not make overtime. And certainly, we're all excited. Our new captains, just tremendous potential. We know your work. We know your caliber. We've seen you. And so there's no doubt that you are proven that you're ready for this additional responsibility. So again, the key for myself and other members of the Chief's office is to simply just get out of your way and let you do your job. And that is always our challenge and my commitment, is that we're not there to roadblock you. We gave you responsibility. We gave you an RU to manage, and that is the directive. Go and manage it and do good things. And certainly, it's always nice when we can get the sheriff to come back to the Justice Center. So for those of you that didn't know, Sheriff Dan Noley, the sheriff of Multnomah County, has the good fortune of being the spouse of Captain Roseanne Sizer. Commander Clark, certainly there's no doubt you're gonna do some good things out of North Precinct. But I guess this is just a moment to thank you for what you've done in the Detective Division. We gave you that assignment a number of years ago, And at that point, quite frankly, I really didn't even understand all of the things that we were gonna shove your way. Over the years, we've not only sent some very sensitive cases down there, that's always expected of the captain of, well, hopefully you've always paid attention to what we do as an organization, but I can tell you now, you're gonna read the police articles a little closer. You're gonna watch the police stories on television just a little bit more. It's gonna mean a little bit something different to you. And I also wanna tell you, for the new people, there's gonna be times when you won't be able to shut them up. All they're gonna do is talk about what's going on in the police bureau, the new people they're met, the new experiences that they're having, and you're just gonna wonder, you know, does this record ever turn off? But I can also tell you there's gonna be days when they're not gonna say anything about what happened at work. Something's gonna happen, and they're gonna internalize it. We're gonna try to deal with it. They may talk about it the next morning. They may not talk about it for a week. I just encourage you to be patient, to bear with them, to be supportive. At some point, they will discuss it with you. They will explain their emotions, and they will let you into that door. It may seem like we're shutting you out, but again, we know that we need you in order to make it. We need your support. We need our family members. So bear with them. Understand that it's very complex, but also understand that we need you very, very much. And just really want to thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to come down and be part of this celebration. It really does make us closer to the community. So thank each and every one of you, and congratulations to everyone. It's a wonderful morning. It's a celebration, and it certainly feels good for our